Welcome back, guys. Did a video, geez, it's probably been a couple years ago now, and I know sometimes people don't go way back in the playlist and check out old videos and whatnot that are a couple years old. So wanted to redo this one from a previous one, but maybe just kind of in a, I don't know, I'll attempt to do a shorter version of it. I don't know if I can or not. I'll probably end up rambling on longer than I want to, so if y'all guys ain't used to that by now, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't. Okay. Hopefully, all of you watching, whatever defensive firearms you have, hopefully you have a regular routine of dry firing and manipulating that firearm. If you don't, I recommend that you do. Dry fire has a lot of benefits. It can't be overstated enough, I don't think. It's really good for you and your manipulations, trigger control, magazine reloads, etc. It just helps keep that programmed into your brain. It also keeps you subconsciously familiar with your firearm and handling it. Along with that, something that I pointed out a couple years ago in that other video was how many people dry fire, quote unquote, your gear. Has the exact same benefits. What do I mean by that? Well, do you regularly put on your gear and do things in it outside of just at a training class at the range? It's easy to do that and then just come home and put it up and not think about it. But just for a day or two at the range in a class, that's a good start, but it's really not enough to really tell you, is my gear working for me? Is there anything interfering? Is it uncomfortable? Etc., etc. So what I'll recommend to you is dry fire your gear. How do you go about that? Okay, good question. Grab your gear, load it up, and by load it up, I mean put everything in it that you're going to have just like you're normally going to use it, okay? All your actual real equipment in the pouches, loaded magazines, full loaded magazines, okay? You want all the weight, you want all that stuff there, right? Put it on, and then clean the entire house while you're wearing it, just as an example, right? You might be amazed at how many tasks you end up finding you have a problem with. Just doing mundane things, cleaning the house, working around the house, whatever. That's a really good way to start finding out, wow, this piece of gear is just like completely in my way for everything. Or, wow, this really pokes here or rubs there or is uncomfortable or whatever. Because if you think about it, if things go bad, we ever go to use this, we're not going to be doing 24/7, 365 run and gun like in a training class. Probably 90% of our time is going to be wearing this stuff and doing other tasks like security patrols, guard duty, gardening, repairs, just whatever. There's going to be all kind of things you're going to be doing besides running and gunning and fighting, okay? But you're still going to have this on and with you. See what all you can do in the gear. Now, if you really want to combine dry firing your gear and get some good PT and cardio in, which it's good PT alone, just loading this stuff up and wearing it all day and doing things around the house. You'd be surprised how much more your arms, legs, back, legs, etc. talk to you at the end of the day after having everything on that you're not normally used to having on in your everyday life. If you want to take that to the next level, here's a recommendation. Put your gear on, start doing your things around the house, and then when your wife invariably looks at you with that, "What the heck are you doing?" look, you look right back at her and you say, "Look here, woman, mind your place." That's when you'll start getting the good calisthenic and cardio exercise in, because you're going to be running around the house dodging everything that she's throwing at you, right? So you can combine multiple things in here. Now, yes, I'm being a little facetious, making a joke. I'm fortunate that my wife doesn't even bat an eye when I'm doing that. In fact, if I go too long without doing it, she usually thinks there's something wrong and asks me what's going on. So, I joke, but I don't joke. Get your gear, put it on, do stuff around the house, okay? Go around the house and practice keeping this with you all the time, from room to room. See if you can go a day around your house, like if it's a Saturday or Sunday or whatever and you're not going anywhere. See if you can spend the entire day around your house and never let this be outside of arm's reach. Like have it always literally within arm's reach of you. Every room you go to. You go to the kitchen, go to the bedroom, go to the bathroom, whatever. Try that. It might open your eyes when you find out just how much of a potential pain it can be to try to keep this close by all the time. Because let's face it, you get in a raw shit at the fan situation, whatever, things go bad, you're going to always have this with it. Well, you're going to want to always have this within arm's reach. So you're going to be toting it around everywhere you go for every little task you go to do. Now, you may lean it up in the corner to do something, but it's still that arm's reach thing. When you go to the bathroom, you're going to take it with you, etc., etc. Practice in your house repeatedly. Can I shoulder my gun? Can I manipulate it? Do things get in the way of me reloading? Working the charging handle? You can do your regular dry fire for your weapon with your gear. I know that seems simplistic, but I think a lot of people don't think about that and don't actually do it. So, without rambling on, which I already did, but it's okay. Can I put my gear on and go around the house doing tasks other than fighting with my gear? Again, see where it rubs, see where it creates hot spots, see where it gets annoying, and see how bad at the end of the day you're going, "Oh my God, that's uncomfortable." Or are you going, "Oh, I really didn't notice it." Either way, there you go. Valuable info to have, good training at the same time. So, just that little tidbit tip for the day, guys. Dry fire your gear. Take those mags in and out. Practice reaching your first aid stuff. Practice reaching your GP stuff. Whatever. Get used to wearing it. Get used to having it on. And go on from there. So, take care, stay safe, and I will ramble at you in the next one.